David, big week for you. First of all, let's talk about being named the Big Ten Male Athlete of the Year. That's a huge honor. It has to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Just for wrestling to be nominated for those type of awards is so big. It's great for our sport, especially in this time when, with the Olympics being dropped last year and then getting it back, the wrestling's got so much momentum right now, and it's just a big honor to be named with the big high-profile sports like football and basketball, to be among those people. It's a big honor, and it just says a lot about what Penn State's done the last few years, and I just really appreciate it.
David, when you look back at your senior year, what really stands out about all the things that led into the fact that you were the Big Ten Male Athlete of the Year?
I look back on the season, I just feel like it's a season of last. It was the last time I was going to wrestle, my last dual meets. It was my last time wrestling rec hall in front of great wrestling fans, my last Big Ten championship, and my last NCAA championship. And my last match, my last career, was the last match, the NCAA championship, and I just think that was kind of a trend throughout the year. And it was just, looking back on my career, there's not much I would like to change, and I think it all went pretty well. Being a part of 4 national championship teams, and ultimately it all came together when I was named the Hodge Trophy Award winner this year for the second time, and the equivalent of the Heisman Trophy in football. So that's something that's pretty special. One of only 3 guys to be able to win 2 Hodge Trophies in my career. And it all kind of comes back, I think, to being surrounded by great people and being surrounded by great coaching staffs and great teammates. And it's just, I was pretty thankful that I ended up at Penn State and everything worked the way it did.
In addition to the Big Ten news, nominated for an ESPY. It has to be special also to see your name on the ballot with some huge names in not only college sports, but sports around the world.
Well, it almost gives me the chills right now thinking about it, being nominated with so many names that you watch ESPN, you see those people on TV every single day, and you're clicking through those things, and it's pretty special. And I actually remember the first time I really thought about an ESPY was on my recruiting visit, and Coach Cale Sanderson won it in 2002 for the same award, Best Male Athlete, College Athlete of the Year. And he doesn't display many things, so I know he's really proud of that award. And ever since then, I thought how awesome it would be if I'd have a chance to be nominated for it. And this year, I didn't hear anything about it, and I didn't know if there was a chance. And then the day it got announced, I heard about it, and it's just an amazing opportunity. And again, it's just great for the sport of wrestling. And like I said, this year has just been an unbelievable season, and it continues to get better.
When you think about how much this stuff plays a role in Penn State's success and what Coach Sanderson is doing here, that has to mean a lot too in terms of how the program is being perceived around the country.
Well, I think that's part about being at Penn State. Penn State, we're aspiring to the best, and I remember coming to Penn State 5 years ago. I wanted to be a part of something special. I wanted to be a part of something that was going to remember for a really long time. And what we've done, and it all starts with leadership at the top. It starts with a guy who's achieved everything, and he's trying to pass those experiences on to each one of us. And when you have great leadership, it trickles down the system, and I think Penn State represents itself really well. The Penn State wrestling program is represented, and now it's starting to show that it's starting to get national media attention, and that's just that's all you can really ask for a program and for a sport in general.
Give the fans an update of what you're up to right now and what are the next few things on your agenda.
Well, I just came off college season, and I wrestled in the U.S. Open, the World Team Trials. Came up a little short of where I wanted to be, and now I'm taking actually a little bit of time off, taking a step back, getting healthy, and now it's time to keep trying to make progress. You're still trying to get better. It's nice, good feeling to know that there's still a lot of room for improvement to achieve my goals of being a world Olympic champion. So it's kind of take a step back and continue trying to get better on and off the mat.
What are some of the little things that are challenging about this style of wrestling versus the collegiate style of wrestling that you're working on right now?
Well, I think it's a sport. Freestyle wrestling becomes a lot more disciplined. There's a lot more things that are really important. Controlling the center of their mat. You can never relax because in freestyle, the matches can be over in a split second. So it's just being in control at all times, and every time you step on the mat at this point, you're wrestling the best guys in the entire world. And that's something you dream of as a kid, is having the opportunity to wrestle the best guys. And ultimately, there's that saying, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. So that's a great feeling. Every time I'm competing here for the rest of my career, wrestling the best guys in the entire world. So it's obviously a big challenge, but it's also something to really look forward to.
David, off the mat, give the fans an update to some things that are going on for you.
Well, off the mat, there's a lot of exciting things going on right now. I think every little kid dreams of getting their name on a wrestling shoe, and in the fall, actually around December, Adidas was making that a reality for me. I have a shoe with Adidas Wrestling, which is really exciting. In addition to that, I was in college. I was always a guy who wore a lot of colorful socks. And when I partnered up with Flips Wrestling, we made an M2 sock line. And kind of branching off of that, I have a clothing line coming out, an M2 clothing line. So M2 stands for Magic Man, which is kind of my nickname as I was going through my high school and college career. So that stuff is pretty exciting. And I was able to be a part of my first commercial shoot with Flips Wrestling. And it'll be pretty exciting. It'll be aired on ESPN starting in the fall through the year, and I think through the ESPN championship season. So all that's been it's been really exciting. At times it's been a little overwhelming, but it's kind of stuff that you dream of as a kid, and it's stuff that's starting to become a reality. So that's pretty special. And there's just some people I want to thank to make, going forward, really making a dream come true and making these Olympic aspirations a possibility. Adidas Wrestling, Flips Wrestling, Cradle Gear, Compound Clothing, and Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. My sponsors are extremely supportive, and they're making this dream a reality for me.